Alrighty guys, so we just entered Power Hour about 10 minutes ago, and as of now, keyword is now, the markets are trying to reverse on the intraday chart. Look, SPY's up about $10 from the low a couple of hours ago. The Russell's actually green, believe it or not. The Russell was red, deep in the red earlier. Now it's up 0.7%, and we're seeing a nice rally on the Dow and the NASDAQ, so we have to break all of that down in this quick video, and we're also going to go over one extra move I made just recently in the market. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to get your 5 stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit. That's linked down below. And you guys could also join my Patreon if you want. All my buys, sells, call outs, all real time, by the way, plus more access and morning update videos. That's on Patreon, linked down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So like I said, guys, we've been seeing, even though the markets are still heavy in the red for the day, we've been seeing quite a relief rally so far in the second half of the day. Look here at SPY on the intraday chart, guys. You all can see a clear cut. And this is crazy. I mean, this shows that technical analysis is real, guys. Take a look here. We're seeing a clear cut inverse head and shoulders, right? You got the left shoulder, you got the right shoulder, and you got the head, right? And notice the head hit 420, right? We'll talk about that in a second. And the two shoulders, aka the neckline, is right around 426. And we clearly are seeing a rally off 426, off the neckline, and now we're trading above 430 when it comes to SPY. And take a look here. If I pull back to the 4 hour, notice how this is crazy. You can't really see the inverse head and shoulder anymore, but notice how the head hit 420, right? Which was support back in the middle of July. We talked about that in my previous video today. And the neckline, right, the left shoulder, the right shoulder, that's where we're bouncing as of now. And that was support back in October. Early October, late September. So the fact that we're playing off those trend lines, those support lines beautifully on the intraday chart, it's just great. That goes to show that technical analysis it's useful. You know, it's not always correct, but it's useful. And at this point, if we take the intraday high out, which is right around 433, we hit that. When was that? At about 2 p.m., so about an hour ago we hit that. That's on the East Coast, by the way. If we take 433 out, by the looks of it, if this inverse head and shoulders plays out, we may be going anywhere from 438 to 440. That relief rally could occur, you know, and it's already building up. As you guys can clearly see, now we're trading above 432 on SPY. And when it comes to triple Q, you guys can also see what's going on here. Clear-cut reversal, inverse head and shoulders. We held 334, broke back over the 338 support. Now it seems like we want to fill the gap to 350, which really isn't too far-fetched considering we're at 347 right now. So we're only about $3 away from that 350. So it's crazy how when markets get ridiculously oversold and you get that vibe that it's peak fear, at least for the day, which I definitely got that vibe earlier today when I saw triple Q down 5% almost on the day. It was down like 4.7. I was like, yep, this is peak fear right here. It could go lower. I could be wrong, but I think a relief rally is coming, and that's where I made my move, which we'll talk about in a second. And again, I post all my moves on Patreon. I told you guys, look, we might be getting a relief rally, and I ended up being right on that timing, which, again, as a trader, you kind of got to be right on timing sometimes. And, you know, not for long-term investing, but for trading, it's very important, right? So, look, triple Q, let's see, intraday, it's rallied about 4%. This is crazy, guys, from 334 to about 347, which is what this just did in the past 2.5 hours. It has rallied 4%. SPY, let's see here. SPY has rallied intraday from 420 now to 432. SPY has rallied about 3%. The Russell, let's see the Russell for fun here, guys. Then we'll talk about that move I made. The Russell has rallied from 1930 to 2008. 4% for the Russell. And let's see here the Dow Jones Industrial Average from 33,150. It rallied. That was the low of the day. Now it's at 33.8. It rallied about 2%. So that goes to show relief rallies happen when things get very oversold. When you get that feeling of peak fear, which I feel like we had about 3 hours ago, you get that rally. Sometimes, or a lot of the time you do. Sometimes you don't. I mean, it's not for sure, but just from my experience, and it's obvious if you watch the markets for more than a couple of weeks, it goes up a lot, crashes, or not crashes, but it sells off. And during the crash, we see relief rallies. It's what happens, guys. So let's talk about that move that I made, because again, I talked about this about I think I made a post on Patreon at like 12:30. I bought some Google. Let me see here. I bought some Google at what was it again? At $2,515 as a short-term trade. As you guys know, I'm a long-term investor, in Google. I believe in the company long-term. I'm not touching that. In fact, I'm only adding to it. And I'm a believer that just because you have a long-term position, it doesn't mean you can't trade it as well. So I'm trading Google as well. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, I picked up some short-term shares at $25.15, and at this point in time, I've been right. We're up $40 per share, $42 per share from where I picked it up. And I think if we take the highs out from earlier in the day, that was at about an hour ago, we hit $25.60 and we failed, and now we're testing that again. I think we're going to take that high out. We're probably, and by the looks of it, that's been resistance all day. We're probably going to start going 2,600 plus in the short term. I think this will be a relief rally. And don't get me wrong, I think Google could go lower overall in the grand scheme of things. But in the short term, it's probably going to see a relief rally. And since I called that out, I've been right from a couple of hours ago. And I think we will be seeing more upside. Look at this. The low point from back in the end of September, early October was about $26.50. That could be a target we get to in the short term on this relief rally between $26.50, $2,700. That's what I'm personally thinking. So I'm looking to make 4 or 5% on this little trade here. And who knows, if we run up to 2,600 by the end of the day today, it could happen. Let's say we pump another 30, 40 bucks. I might just dump the trade today. That's just the reality of the matter. I might just do that anyway, because of the nature of this crazy volatile market that we've been experiencing. I'm probably going to do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Google, that's what I'm doing. I'm buying more Google. And if it gets low 2,000s, I'll be buying more in my long-term, for my long-term position as well. Home Depot. Look at Home Depot today, guys. This is up about, what was it up? It was up 1.5% when I was prepping this video. Now it's up 2.5%. Look at that. Nice rally on Home Depot. And could this go lower? Yes, probably will go lower, but it's just a relief rally that we're seeing, which could open up a nice day trading opportunity, maybe a 1-2 day swing trade opportunity. So keep your eyes on Home Depot. SWBI, this one's also ripping today, guys. This is a nice value play in my opinion. I've owned this for a couple of weeks. I bought, I think about a week or two after they reported earnings. I bought some. I think my average is like 17.30, something like that, maybe a little over under. I don't know. Like I say all the time, guys, for my long-term positions, I'm not looking at my account every single day, studying, memorizing my long-term cost basis. That's just a little bit too much, but I do like Smith & Wesson. This is a low P stock, nice dividend, pretty undervalued. It's hammered. It's been hammered the past couple of months, so I'm in this one, and mind you, full disclosure, it is a more, I don't want to say speculative, but it's a smaller position for me. It's not like one of my biggest value plays is Smith & Wesson. It's a smaller position for me, but still, I like it, and it's treating me well today, and that goes to show, guys, being diversified, not being in all of these, not being all in on these growth stocks, it's good sometimes. Days like these, weeks like these that we've been seeing, if you've been diversified, you've been doing pretty decent. Smith & Wesson I have, Intel keeps me balanced, the energy stocks, some tech names, and I got some, speculative growth stocks as well. This is what I do. It keeps me balanced. I like it. And we're seeing today, Macy's is ripping. Macy's and JWN. I think I talked about them in my previous video, and they've gone up way more since that video. I mean, Macy's is now up 16%. JWN's up 10%, which is unbelievable. And I don't even know what the catalyst is on this. Let me see here. Let's see. Macy's. Nordstrom shares move higher. Oh, that's right. Kohl's. I saw that this morning on on my news tab for Yahoo, what was it, Yahoo Finance or something. What's Kohl's? What the heck happened to Kohl's? I forget. Wow, Kohl's is up 32% today. Jesus, that is unbelievable. So yeah, so what's going on? Kohl confirms it got takeover letters of interest. Why Kohl's shares are soaring today? Multiple funds are interested in acquiring the company. There you go. I mean, I don't know. I haven't shopped at Kohl's since I was a kid when my mom dragged me there. But hey, you know, if you want to acquire the company, go for it. KSS, Kohl's up 30%. The other retailers are up a good amount, a good chunk. So shout out to anybody out there that owns these stocks. I don't, but if you do, hey, kudos to you. And speaking of energy, I mentioned energy about a minute or two ago. XLE, baby. Look at this. XLE has come down, and rightfully so. I mean, it got very overbought. It came down from $68 when it rallied straight from $55, and that was just in the beginning of this year, guys. It's crazy. Just in the beginning of 22, this was $55. It rallied all the way to 68. Now we're down in the low 60s, and I'm thinking, guys, I'm hoping it comes down to 58, 59 again. And by again, I mean it was there this morning, but I didn't strike on it. I should have. Honestly, I missed it. Oops, knocked my mic too. But if XLE comes down $58, I'm going to buy a swing position in it. I already have long-term shares. You guys on my channel know I did not get on this energy bandwagon. I didn't get on the bandwagon last week or 2 weeks ago. I've been talking about energy stocks for probably over a year on the channel. You know, I really have been. And I've been in XLE for about 6-8 months. I was in ExxonMobil probably over a year ago, and I've since sold out of it. I put all my money, my energy money in XLE. You know, I bought XLE in the 40s. I bought it. My average is like 50 now, probably due to me averaging up. And I've been telling you guys, I think it's going over 60. And look, it went to 68, and I still think it's going more. I think it's going to go 70 plus, quite honestly. You know, I'm still very bullish on oil, energy, and I'm invested, and I want to get a trade in here if it comes down. Hopefully, if we see another red day, we'll see. Who knows? We might be able to get that XLE down under 60 again. So overall, guys, that is it. That's a breakdown on kind of my thoughts here, some stocks, what I'm doing, and just what I'm looking to do. Because, again, I want to get more energy. You know, I want to potentially offload these Google shares today. We'll see how that goes. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. That's linked down below, or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. You guys could also get your 5 stocks from Moomoo. All of those are valued. No joke. Each stock is valued up to $3,500. Use my link down below, deposit $100, and you're going to get some free stocks from Moomoo. That's linked down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll pop one up here. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.